Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Bogus Stadium, where the Harlingen South Hawks are going to be taking on the Brownsville Pace Vikings. Aaron Sines here with Jonathan Medina, and it is going to be a wet football game, Jonathan, as it has been raining on and off here at the stadium.
Yeah, it's really moist out there, so I expect that tonight we'll be able to see a lot of the ground attack. Both these teams have strong runners, and so I'd expect them with the moist weather tonight that they'll be using those strong backs.
I definitely think so. It's going to be really tough to be passing the ball. Right now we have a little bit of clearing on the field, but just wait about 5-10 minutes and that all changes as the rain starts to pour down. And so I know those officials are going to be trying to keep those footballs dry, but the passing game is definitely going to take a hit tonight, and we may see some good running from those running backs. Now, let's talk about the running backs from each team, Jonathan. Jaden Taylor.
Well, we've seen it last year and already this year. Jaden Taylor has proven to be the lead back for Harlingen South. He is always full of exciting plays, so expect him to make a couple exciting plays tonight, a couple of game changers. That's what I expect to see tonight.
Well, and he kind of got off to a slow start in his first game against Nicky Rowe. I think he was held to about 70 yards or so. But last week he busted out of the gates with a 170-yard game on 17 carries. That is averaging 10 yards per carry, folks. That is a first down every time he touches the ball. Now, who are we looking at from Brownsville Pace here as a running back?
Brownsville Pace, their running back. Just last week, I spoke with their running back coach, Arturo Aguilar. He said his runner was able to get 149 yards on the ground. So I expect them to go ahead and attack with that running game once again.
And I think that's going to be number 24, Felix Calderon. Is that right?
Yes, Felix Calderon.
Well, here we go, folks. Thanks for joining us here. We are getting ready to broadcast live audio at this time. You may watch the video about an hour after the game as UIL rules prohibit the live video. Now, the kick is off, and it is a short pooch kick down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be recovered by a Pace Viking who will go down about the 26-yard line.
Now, Pace does like to use, they do like to spread out the offense a little bit, so we can expect them to use spread offense and then run the ball up the gut. So we'll see how they start off this evening.
Well, Pace is hoping to get a win. They're coming into this ballgame 0-2, and Harlingen South 2-0. But hey, folks, this is the opening of district play here for these two 5A teams as they get ready to play for the playoffs. It's on now from this point on. So here you go. Brownsville Pace comes out, and he's running a pistol formation. That means his running back is behind the quarterback. He's got three receivers to his right. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking for a receiver downfield, and he chunks it just short and outside, and it hits the ground. Incomplete pass.
Now, we talked about a strong running game, and I'm guessing is that they felt that on the film, South was going to see them running the ball. They decided to go with a play action there. Unfortunately, the quarterback threw it just short of the receiver, but the receiver was open. So they may go back to it in just a few moments.
Well, it was a good pass. It's what you want to see from a quarterback. It goes to the outside, down and low, where only the receiver can get it, just a little bit short. And so here we have at the quarterback position, it looks like number 1, Alex Cisneros, who is a junior out of Pace. And he's got his running back, number 24, Felix Calderon, behind him. He's going to take the snap here. He will hand it off to Calderon, bounces it to the right-hand side, and he's met quickly by two defenders, and looks like it will be a loss of yardage as Calderon tries to make it to the outside on his strong side.
It looked like he had a small gap on the inside, but he tried pushing at the edge. Harlingen South was able to maintain the edge, though, as the outside linebackers were able to get to the runner there. Calderon was not able to push through past that defense. It's going to be 3rd and long now.
Third down, about 10 yards to go. It looked like he had lost a few yards on that play, but it looks like they're going to give him a 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. Cisneros going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off again to Calderon, who goes up the middle. This time, nowhere to go. He's going to gain only about a yard. That will not be enough. It looks like the punt team will be coming on.
And right there, Christian Rodriguez, the outside linebacker for Harlingen South, defensive end, he put a lot of pressure coming off the edge. It was one of those read plays, but he just came so hard that he was able to get to the runner right away.
And that'll bring up a 4th down. 4th down, 9 yards to go. Just over a minute has ticked down on the clock here. And we have a punter for the Pace Vikings. Going to be number 7, Cristobal Bermudez. It's a good snap. He fields it. Nice end-over-end kick here. It's going to hit about the 45, roll down to the 40. And it will be swallowed up by number 12, Lázaro Sanchez of the Pace Vikings. And the Harlingen South Hawks will come to work with about 60 yards to work with if they're going to hit pay dirt.
Harlingen South has had a strong defense all year long. We saw them last year. They had a great defense, and this year they've proven to have that great defense. And on the opening drive, they were able to keep pace from really moving the ball. They had a 3-and-out, and really they only gained about 1 yard in that whole drive.
2 games, 7 points is all that Harlingen South Hawks have allowed against Nicky Rowe and again last week in PSG Memorial. And so only 7 points have been scored on this South defense, and they come out here stout to start this game off. So here we go. Now the South offense takes the field. Number 5, Sean Montemayor, is the quarterback captain of this offense here. He's got Jaden Taylor to his left. 3 wide receivers. He'll hand it off to Taylor. Taylor's got some room on the outside. He goes to the 45, the 50, back in the 40, the 35. He breaks it to the 20, cuts back inside to the 10-5, and Jaden Taylor will go all the way for a 60-yard touchdown, Hawks.
On that play we saw, as he takes it over here, we see the replay here. He gets the ball, great cut block by the other running back, and he just has to make one move on one defender, and then he's just off to the races. He has one guy to beat at the end. He makes a cutback block or cut fake, and then just runs right past the defender, jumps over his teammate, and walks into the end zone. Great blocking and great running right there by Harlingen South.
Excellent run by Jaden Taylor. And you talked about it early on. You said this guy can make some plays out of nowhere. And so Jaden Taylor, 60 yards to start this game. 1 play ran by Harlingen South, and they are now setting up for the extra point. Waiting the snap. Snap is good. Kick is up. And the kick is good. That'll be 7-0. The Harlingen South Hawks strike first with 10 minutes and 17 seconds left to go on the clock. Now, the first game we watched that. We were here together doing the broadcast, Jonathan, and we noticed that Jaden Taylor seemed quite frustrated because he just couldn't find an opening to get past that Nicky Road front 7, if you will. And so 70 yards in that full game, and he touched the ball plenty of times. 1 play, 60 yards. How special is this running back?
He is really special. The first game that we saw is the defensive line for Nicky Rowe was able to get a lot of penetration, and that's what caused him to not get off on the game like he liked. But on that play right there, we saw the line was able to hold up, and we only had 1 great block on the edge, and then he just did the rest, taking it up the sideline.
And folks, if you could watch this later on, you'll notice Jaden Taylor is not a scat back type, meaning that he's not a little guy that just can scamper around. He has got some power to him, and so it's just really impressive to watch this young man run. And so Harlingen, again, taking the score to 7-0. Under 2 minutes have been played in this first quarter. It's a kick. It's high. It's going to land about the 28-yard line, 24. Takes it, runs to the outside. He's broken out to the 37-yard line before he runs out of bounds. And the Vikings will take possession at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, the Pace Vikings have good field position right here. They're on the 37-yard line. The last offensive drive, they had a couple of runs. They did have 1 open pass. Unfortunately, the quarterback wasn't able to get there. We got to see if they can be a little more efficient now on the offense. Maybe they get their first down and are able to make a drive.
Well, the offensive line for Brownsville Pace looks stout. They have some size on the line there, and hopefully trying to take advantage of that size differential there. So we're going to have the quarterback, number 1, Isaac Garcia, come out in pistol formation again, waiting for the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back again. Number 24 takes it to the outside, and number 24 for the Vikings, it's going to be Felix Calderon. Stopped for a loss. Nowhere to run.
There was really nowhere for him to go. On that last play, they had that double tight end look, and so everyone on Harlingen South is there in the box, and they had a guy pulling on the line, but he wasn't able to get there, and the defender comes almost unblocked and was able to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jeff Guevara, number 83 there on the tackle for the Harlingen South Hawks, along with a couple of his teammates. Cisneros getting ready to take the snap. 2nd down, 13 to go on their own 34-yard line. He will hand it off again to number 5 this time, who takes, he's got some space to run. He's going to fall forward in front of the first down marker. Number 5, Christian Resendez, going to gain about 4 yards on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and give it 6 or 7.
On that last play, he was able to see some nice blocking there. We had number 3 running off the edge trying to catch him, but he was able to get around him, and he made some positive gain right there, cutting it right up off the tackle.
That's what they want to do, gain 4, 5, 6 yards at a time. Try to get past this very aggressive South Hawk defense. So Pace going to run, finding a little spark with number 5 who comes into the game, Christian Resendez, another junior running back out of Brownsville Pace. Little confusion on the field as the receivers are trying to figure out what side of the field they belong on. quarterback, Cisneros, gets him set. He's going to fake it this time, rolls out to his left-hand side, and he almost picked off by a South defender. It really just seemed like the play just couldn't develop. It was confusing from the very beginning.
Yeah, it looked right there. It looked like it was a little bit rushed. Quarterback catches the ball. He play fakes, and he has one receiver out there. There are two Harlingen South defenders, so it's going to be a real tight squeeze. Harlingen South defender gets his hand on it, almost made an interception. Number 5, Resendez, was not able to make a play.
Back to receive this punt. It's going to be number 2, Carlos Del Angel for the South Hawks. Snap is good. Punt is a good punt. He'll field it about the 31-yard line, breaks 2 tackles, and he'll be dragged down about the 37-yard line. So here we go, another 37-yard line mark for another offense to start. South Hawks will come out after a one-play drive that netted them a touchdown and a 60-yard rushing touchdown by Jaden Taylor.
Well, Harlingen South, we saw in that last drive, they were able to rush off the edge, and then their defense came out and made the stop. Their defense, like you said before, has only given up 7 points all season long. Pace has a good rush offense, but there really seemed like there was no threat in the air, so Harlingen South packed it in on that last possession. And
ladies and gentlemen, the rain has stopped here periodically, just for the moment, I should say, here at Bogus Stadium. Here we go, number 5. It's going to be Sean Montemayor who's going to take the snap here. He's got 3 wide receivers. He'll hand it off to his running back. Running back cuts left, gains about 1 yard before Frank Quiroz, running back, falls short.
Right there on that last play, he was a little bit of kind of a delayed run, but Pace had a few guys that kind of made some penetration, so unfortunately he danced a little bit, was able to get to the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't able to take it very far, only gained about 1 yard.
And that'll bring up a second down, 9 yards to go, under 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And Montemayor will come to the line of scrimmage. Montemayor is running with 2 running backs, one in his left and one in his right. Jaden Taylor at his left hand, and he's got Frank Quiroz at his right hand. He's got 3 wide receivers. Calling out the defense here. Montemayor drops back. He's looking left, looking way downfield. He has a receiver running open in and out of the hands of number 4, Nick Garcia, who looked like he had the defender beat.
Well, it looked like he was well defended, but the throw was just so on the money. It got to the receiver's hands. Unfortunately, he was not able to hold on to it. There was some pretty decent blocking. It looked like one guy was going to make some penetration, but they were able to block him up, and he got the clean throw deep down the sideline. Unfortunately, the receiver was not able to bring it in.
Well, we know that number 4, Nick Garcia, is a primary target for Montemayor. Also keep an eye out for number 24, Grant Preciado, who has started to emerge as another prime target for Montemayor. Montemayor is going to take the snap on this 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Fakes the handoff, looks to his right. He's going down, slant down the middle of the field to number 1. That's Isaac Garcia, and he will catch it well ahead of the first down marker. And it will be a first down, Harlingen South Hawks.
Cisneros was very open on that play. He was able to get the ball. See here, play action. He's able to get the ball off. He gets hit, but still makes the throw, makes the catch. He bobbles it a little bit, but luckily enough, he was so open that the defender wasn't able to hit him in time to knock the ball loose. He gets hit hard, but was able to make the play.
Yeah, good call there, Jonathan. I think you're right. If the defender would have had an opportunity just to make any kind of contact, that would have been an incomplete pass. First down. Now at the Pace 45-yard lines on that big pickup from Sean Montemayor to number 1, Isaac Garcia. Just kind of cut across on that little slant there, found a space there in the zone, was able to get some big yardage. So Montemayor comes back up, ball on the 45-yard line. Jaden Taylor, the lone back in the backfield. Hands it off to Taylor. Taylor goes right, looking for a space. He spins out and almost slips another tackler as he falls forward for a gain of about 4 yards.
Right there, the offensive line piled off. They took away the whole left side of the offense, or I'm sorry, the side of the defense, and it looked like Pace actually had a good amount of defenders there, but Taylor was able to make a play, gain 4 yards, even though he was met by a group of defenders.
And it's going to take some gang tackling to get Jaden Taylor on the ground. Here we go, second down, 7 yards to go. Sean Montemayor. He'll hand off to Taylor. Taylor up the gut this time. He's got enough for a first down, and he's broken at 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 5, and Jaden Taylor will go all the way to the house for another Harlingen South Hawk touchdown. Jaden Taylor, lightning.
Well, here we see it. Good blocking on the edge. There's one defender that gets an arm on him, but he was able to run right through that, makes one strong cut, makes the defender miss, and then he gets a monster block by number 24, 24 Grant Preciado, and then he just runs it in off the left side of the end zone.
Well, we have something going on the field here. I have a feeling that there was a flag somewhere. Oh my, that is going to be called back, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody was sure that that was a touchdown, and all of a sudden the players start marching backwards, and there was a false start call. Usually that calls the play dead at the moment, but either way, confusion here in the press boxes. I'm sure there's confusion in the stands. No touchdown. No touchdown, I will say it again. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 12 yards as Montemayor goes back into the shotgun formation. He's going to roll to his left. He lets it fly to Nick Garcia. And again, through the hands of Nick Garcia, that'll be an incomplete pass. You know what happened on that play, Jonathan? I missed that.
On the penalty?
Yeah.
I didn't see the penalty. It looked like the line went altogether, but the ref saw something, and so he called the flag. Pace gets a big break right there because that was a long touchdown they'd given up. And now they're able to make that stop on 2nd down. It's 3rd and long. A lot of times a small mistake like that will have big effects.
And so with that mistake now, obviously by an offensive lineman, Montemayor's going to take this snap here, 3rd and long. He's looking downfield this time, and this time he has number 24. He's wide open. He jukes to the inside, breaks 1, 2, 3 tacklers. Finally will be brought down all the way down at the 29-yard line. That is going to be number 24, Grant Preciado, whom we just spoke about, getting a big 1st down for the Harlingen South Hawks.
Well, here we see he's almost unguarded completely. He had one defender there. Number 10's able to go and start trying to get him wrapped up. He breaks that tackle, breaks another one before he's able to start being grabbed by a lot of defenders and gets taken down. But number 13 on Pace was supposed to be guarding him, but I think he gave him a little too much respect and was way too far off the line.
That'll bring up a 1st down, 10 yards to go on the 29-yard line. Hand off to Taylor. Taylor to the left side and really just trips over a defender there. It could be the number 59 for the defense. Pace Vikings wrapped him up at the ankles, but falls forward for a gain of about 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
It looked like Taylor had some space there, but the defense saw that, and so they kind of submarined, which means that they dove right under the offensive lineman's legs, cut off the lineman, and tripped up Taylor in the process. Smart play by that defender because he was being double-teamed.
Good break up there by the defender, defensive tackle. 59 for the Pace Vikings. Here we go. Sean Montemayor hands it off again to Taylor. Taylor's got some space this time. He's following his blocker. He hurdles one person, gets down close to the 1st down marker, but he will not get the 1st down. It will bring up a 3rd and short. Jaden Taylor gaining some yards there.
That was a really nice drawn-up play. There were a couple of double teams off the edge, and Taylor just followed the blocks and then just finished strong.
Here we go. Sean Montemayor, 3rd and short, is going to hand it off to Taylor. Taylor's got some space. Breaks 1, 2 tackles. And he'll fall forward for a gain of about 6 yards, and that'll be another Harlingen South 1st down.
There we saw a little bit of a change of pace by Harlingen South. They lined up real fast on there, tried to attack the defense before they were fully ready, and they were able to get the offensive line blowing hard onto that defensive line and made a lot of open space for Taylor to run and get the 1st down.
And that is looking like it is a trend here early in this game. 4 minutes and 38 seconds, 7-0. The Southhawks lead. Touchdown called back on a long Jaden Taylor run. 1st down now. Sean Montemayor takes it. He will keep it himself. He follows his left tackle. Makes one juke. Touchdown. Harlingen South Hawks as Sean Montemayor gives fake to the option. Keeps it. Runs behind his offensive lineman. Touchdown.
Well, I think he saw all that open space and he got really excited. He did not take any time to take off. Made one strong cut. Made number 2 miss from pace. And then he ran it into the end zone. That was a really nice cut at the end. But really, that was just great blocking at the front end. He got excited, ran full speed ahead, made a strong cut, and ran his way into the end zone for 6 points.
Hey, why don't we call out the offensive lineman, number 77, that's Joe Garza. Rarely get those guys called out, but he just had a great block there for his quarterback, leading him into the end zone. Here we go, 13-0, waiting the extra point here. And the kick is up, a low flyer, but it is good. This will make it 14-0 as the Harlingen South Hawks are able to rebound from that missed touchdown attempt that was called back on Jaden Taylor, and then they march it right down very consistently and get 1st down after 1st down, and now we have a touchdown from Sean Montemayor. 14-0, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter.
Brownsville Pace has not been able to find any answers for that run game of Harlingen South. The only time that they really made a big stop was, and here comes the rain, everyone. The clouds are starting to unleash rain on the group. So we've seen a lot of runs so far. I imagine with rain out there, we're going to continue to see a lot of running game. We have two great backs with Taylor, and on the other side of Pace, they have another runner. And so we got to see if maybe the rain will help Pace out a little bit and stop that run game of Harlingen South.
Well, we're talking with a few people before the game, and they were touting that this artificial grass turf is self-draining. So, therefore, the field doesn't stay wet very long. So, they're going to test it out tonight. I think it's the first game we've seen with heavy downpour like this. And so I'm interested to see how I think it will have an effect on this ball game.
Well, it's a beautiful night. The lights are on. The field looks pretty, and we got a little bit of rain. It's kind of one of those classic games that you really want to think about.
It's one of those fun games to watch. Here we go. Pace's returner is going to get at the 5-yard line. This is number 5 for the Pace Vikings. He tries to hurdle a defender there and gets caught up high, and it comes down looking like some kind of wrestling slam there coming down on the field. So he runs a lot but doesn't get very many yards. Going to end up at the 11-yard line.
Well, if you're watching at home, you'll see him right now. He takes off on the jump, makes a really nice athletic play up in the air. You see his athleticism, but he's caught in the air, and Harlingen South are able to get a couple of bodies. 33 from Harlingen South puts a big hit, and that was Ethan Jensen.
And that was number 5, by the way, Christian Resendiz, returning it for the Pace Vikings, trying to hurdle a player that was standing straight up. Didn't work out too well. Here we go, first down. They have the ball on their own 12-yard line, and ladies and gentlemen, if you could see this, it is pouring down rain. Here we go. Takes a snap, hands it off to his running back, number 24, gets to the outside. He's got a few yards to run. He's going to gain about 5 yards. That is going to be number 24 for the Vikings is going to be Felix Calderon, pushed out of bounds. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 4.
Right there, the right side of the offensive line was able to hold their blocks, and the runner was able to make a pretty easy 5 yards off the edge before he got pushed out of bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, you could see everyone's umbrellas are up. The rain is coming down hard, but the players look like they're excited to be playing in it.
They're having a good time. You know what's missing in this game, though? The mud. No mud on this artificial grass to make it even more interesting. However, we've got rain, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Cisneros going to take the snap, this time from under center. Number 24 bounces to the outside. That's going to be Felix Calderon. Same looking play. Gains another about 3 yards on the play there. Just kind of marching it up, and hey, something different there. The quarterback took it from under center, not wanting to mess with a possible fumble on that snap, huh, Jonathan?
A lot of times, you'll see a lot of mistakes off of the shotgun when the rain is pouring like this. There's strong wind, strong rain. There was actually some strong blocking. About one Harlingen South defender was in the way, and that one Harlingen South defender was able to make the play. It could have been their first down of the game, but that one South player made the big play.
Well, it keeps looking like from up here that they're gaining yardage, but it still says 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Looks more like 3rd and 4 from the field here. Either way, 3rd down, 4 yards is a long way to go in this type of weather. Cisneros again from under center, 2 tight end set. He's going to pitch it out to his running back, number 24 this time. He's going to try to break. He's got some yardage to the 25 to the 30. Tries to cut it back inside. He's going to go down about the 35-yard line. Felix Calderon busting a big run off the left outside of that offensive line.
And that was the first time we've seen Pace get a first down tonight. It was also the first time we see them run to the left side. There was some good blocking off the edge. Harlingen South defender went in aggressively. The safety that was back, so it gave him the room because the receiver really blocked 2 players. And Cisneros ran off the edge and was able to get a lot of positive yards there. Pace's first down of the night.
And here we go. Cisneros will return under center again. Definitely going to be going to that double tight end set. Takes a snap. Going to hand it off to his running back this time. Cuts it back up to the middle. It's got about 2-3 yards. It's still going. Number 8, that is Lee Cortez for the Pace Vikings. Does not stop his feet from moving. Gains about 3 yards on that play.
Well, talking with the running back coach Aguilar from Pace, he said that he had a lot of good backs back there. And we've seen 3 different runners for Pace. And that one decided to take it up the middle. It's the first time we really see them attack the middle. They're able to get some good blocking there with some positive yards.
Well, no slipping noticeable yet on the field. Haven't seen any players just slipping around yet, but we'll keep an eye out for that. We've got a timeout here, Harlingen South. as they will call a timeout with 3 minutes and 1 second left to go in the first quarter. Again, for y'all listening out there live, it is 14-0. Harlingen South leads in this ball game here, but Pace starting to string together a good drive.
Yeah, we've seen Harlingen South's defense playing really strong throughout this game here in the first quarter. But for the first time, Pace is really starting to move the ball. We've seen nothing but positive yards on this drive. Start off with 2 runs on the right side for about 4 yards each, and then we saw him finally break it big off the left side on a run with Cisneros off the edge, and now we just had a runner go down the middle. It seems like once this rain started coming down, it started to put they were able to get a couple of leaks in that Harlingen South defense.
Yeah, the rain is helping them on this drive here as they started out, I believe, from about their 11, 12-yard line. Now they're all the way to the 39-yard line. We have a second down, about 6 yards to go for Cisneros. He's under center once again. He's got one lone running back, and he will hand it off to his running back. That's number 24 again. That's going to be Felix Calderon. He's broken to the outside. He's past the first down marker. And it looks like it will be a first down for the Brownsville Pace Vikings.
So far on this drive, we've seen the Harlingen South, they've been stacking it up in the middle, really trying to attack the inside, rushing the defense. But right there, we saw Cisneros use his speed to get around all of those defenders that were inside. There was one strong block by a receiver cutting the edge, and he was able to wrap himself around there and get that first down.
Well, you know, the rain is helping the Pace Vikings right now. So they're going to keep going at it here. Again, Cisneros, number 1, under center once again. He's got number 24, Felix Calderon. He's going to hand it off to 24, Calderon. He bounces back to the left side. He's met by 2 defenders, breaks a tackle, but he is eventually tackled for a gain of about 1 yard.
Right there we saw Jacob Villarreal from Harlingen South make some penetration. Luckily, the Pace defender was able to keep his hands on him, but that penetration was enough to stop the runner from his momentum, and he tried to break it in for a couple of yards, but was only able to get 1.
Second down, 9 yards to go. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Again, going with this double tight end set, it seems. Cisneros is going to hand off to his running back. And it's a fumble on the ground, and it looks from up here in the booth that the Harlingen South Hawks have recovered that. It looks like number 12, Aaron Najera, fell on that promptly as soon as that ball was fumbled in the exchange from Alex Cisneros to his running back.
Here we see it as he tried getting the ball into the running back's hand. It bounced off his chest. I'm not sure if it was more on the quarterback or the runner, but either way, Harlingen South was able to finally stop this Pace offense who had started to get a good drive on them. And now we'll see what Harlingen South can do in this strong rain.
Well, if you're a Pace fan, you wanted that drive to continue and punch it into the end zone because you're getting something positive out of this game early on. But a fumble stops that, and Montemayor now is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it to Jaden Taylor. He's got some room to the right, got a hand on his jersey, breaks that tackle, and he goes to the left now, 35. It almost broke for another touchdown for Jaden Taylor there as he started right, broke a tackle, and then went reverse field and went all the way left, almost finding an opening enough to get all the way downfield.
Well, it looked like there was some really good initial defense by Pace right there. A defender was able to wrap his hands on Taylor, but we've seen Taylor be slippery all night, and now with the rain, he was able to be slippery once again.
First down for the Hawks here on the Pace 35-yard line. Again, Taylor gets it, and he will be met quickly in the backfield. Will actually lose about half a yard on that play.
And right there we see number 7, Cristobal Bermudez, was able to make a big play. He came with a strong penetration off the edge and was able to beat the tackle trying to make the block and makes the tackle for a loss of yards.
So to bring up a second down and just over 10 yards there, probably 11. And the rain has not let up. Here we go, 1 minute and 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 14-0, the South Hawks lead over the Pace Vikings. Montemayor shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He keeps it himself. He breaks it to the left, makes it back up the middle. He's got some space to run. Block from his receiver to the 15, to the 10. It'll be a touchdown. Harlingen South Hawks. Sean Montemayor on the quarterback keeper. 35-yard scamper. Starting left, going middle, ending right. Touchdown Hawks.
Here we see the right side linemen. They both pull to the left side, making the big key block. And he's able to make one tackle break, and then he just beats everyone else to the right side of the end zone. Touchdown, Harlingen South. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. 20-0, Harlingen South.
And the South Hawks have struck again quickly. This is their 3rd touchdown in the first quarter. going for the extra point now. Nick Garcia is the holder, one of his many jobs tonight. Here we go, and the snap is good. The kick is a weak kick, and it will be no good. Could not tell from up here, but it looked like it could have been wide left there. No good, so the score will stay at 20-0. The Southhawks lead over the Pace Vikings.
Not a huge surprise. The kick went a little left. It's raining so hard. The wind is coming down hard as well. You could see the American flag waving strong over the end zone. So it's a tough night to be trying to kick any points, even if it is an extra point. So no surprise that he misses that. The score is still 20-0.
How about these diehard fans, Jonathan? For those of y'all listening right now, be glad that you have a dry seat to listen from, because the fans here are being pelted by some heavy rain. Umbrellas cover the stands on the Harlingen South side here of the stadium.
Yeah, but there are still a few fans that don't have any umbrellas, and they are still sticking it out here. They love their Harlingen Southhawks out here in Harlingen. And so we got to see, as they cheer on their South team, they got an early lead, and they want to see them maintain it.
And let's not forget about the Brownsville Pace faithful who did travel out here to watch this game. They are not in thick numbers, however, they are here to support, and they are also enduring this rainstorm. Here we go, it's a kickoff, and the kick is a line drive. It will be fielded and dropped. It's muffed, and he takes it to the 20-yard line, to the 25. And number 5 for the Vikings, again, that is Christian Resendez, who's been taking the kickoff return duties, brings it all the way out to the 25-yard line for the Pace Vikings.
The first 2 kicks we saw by Harlingen South were short, high kicks. The last 2 were deeper, and they were able to get good coverage. The first few drives, Pace had really great field position, but now they are at their 30-yard line. The last drive, we saw them make some positive yards, couple of first downs, really get some momentum going before they had the fumble that stopped their drive. So let's see if they can continue where they left off before the fumble.
Well, and I tell you what, the one thing that they do not want to do is turn the ball over again, because no matter what the field position, Southhawks have been 100% on their drives of getting that football into the end zone. Here we go. Pace Vikings going to take it. Cisneros under center. Fakes the pitch to the outside, and he is swallowed up on the inside interior of that line of scrimmage there. Faked that pitch to the outside, probably should have pitched it.
Yeah, it looked like there was some confusion on the offensive line. They let everyone in the middle go through. There was great blocking off the edge, but there was no one to take the ball to the edge as the fake went away from where all the blockers went.
And here we go. The Pace Vikings are going to come back up. Second down, about 12 yards to go. 30 seconds left to go. There'll be one more play in this first quarter. Cisneros is going to take it. Tight formation here. He's going to hand it off to his running back, number 24, but there's nowhere to run for Felix Calderon as he has wrestled about 2 yards back from the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a third down and a very long for these Pace Vikings.
Right there we saw Pace. They came in with a strong run formation. Everyone was in the box, and Harlingen South decided to attack it with their linebacker, and he was able to get some penetration in there, wraps the runner, and the runner was not able to go anywhere with the ball.
Well, that brings an end to the first quarter. The score is 20-0. Harlingen Southhawks lead over the Pace Vikings. And the Harlingen South offense looking like a well-oiled machine in this heavy rain, and the defense playing some stout football as well.
And we would like to take some time to thank our superintendent, Dr. Steve Flores, and all of our school board members for making this night possible. School board members include George McShann, who's the president, Javier De Leon, the vice president, Greg Powers, secretary, Dr. Nolan Perez, Verna Young, Jerry Floriet, and Dr. Cesar Maldonado.
Big thank you to our school board members for all the work that you do for these students, for these student athletes, for the band, the cheerleaders, the dancers, the trainers, the media people, all these students that are here to make tonight possible. Thank you for your encouragement and for your hard work. 12 minutes, that means a new quarter. Second quarter comes to a start. 20-0, the Harlingen Southhawks still lead the Brownsville Pace Vikings. Vikings are going to start off this quarter with a third and a very long 14 yards, as it seems that this rain has not let up. The Harlingen South and I'm sure the Brownsville Pace players standing in standing water up to their ankles, it seems like, on the side here of this artificial grass field.
Well, we see on the field, it looks really pretty still. We have seen that field that is supposed to drain away really well, but on the sidelines where all the players are standing who are not in the game, we see the puddles starting to form because the rain has been coming down and it has not stopped. It's just been pouring and pouring rain.
With that little north breeze, I'm sure it's kind of chilly out there as well. And so this game here, we got a little bit of confusion on the field here as we have the white cap, which is the referee. He's meeting with some of the players from both sides and coaches. We do not have a clue yet of what is going on, but we should know here shortly what exactly is the discussion. But it has been a quite lengthy discussion on the field. And Coach Wilson talking with a white cap here.
We have both head coaches out there, Coach Dean and Coach Wilson out there discussing with the referees. We're still waiting to see what they say.
Well, and this could be a delay here of game, to be honest with you, Jonathan. It looks like both squads are coming off the field here. They may be putting this game on hold for a moment.
I'm not sure if there might have been some lightning nearby. A lot of times with the rain is okay, but any lightning will put pressure on that. You know, player safety is so important. Above everything else, it's a great game, but they need to maintain that player safety.
Definitely, that's the most important thing here. Keep these players safe. Make sure that they're not in any harm's way here. I'm looking at a couple of these players here on the field here, and it looks like there's some bubbling here in the field, doesn't that? Looks like there's some issues possibly with the field, and that could definitely affect footing. And so, I would hate for any of these guys to, twist an ankle or a knee or something here. They're trying to pat down a patch here on the sideline here, and obviously it looks like both of these teams will be heading to the locker room. Pace is going first, and South is kind of trickling over. We do not know yet, for those of y'all listening live, what the overall the outcome will be of this decision at this moment. We do know that definitely there will be a pause here. We do not know for how long, if the game will come back or not. We will keep you posted as you're listening live right now, valleycentral.com. We will be letting you know as soon as we have any information whatsoever.
Now we did just hear now there will be a 10 to 15 minute delay for this game because of weather conditions, and so we will get back soon with football in about 15 minutes hopefully, but we will be seeing, again, we talked about player safety being the number one most important thing for the school districts, and so they will be taking a weather delay.
Players will be retreating. It looks like just under the stands for now. It doesn't look like they'll be making their way all the way back to those locker rooms, but they will be seeking refuge under the stands as the cheerleaders have already beat them there as well as the bands. And so they're going to try to get under there, stay dry. And I think a major concern here is going to be making sure that the field is okay to be played on. And I think what I'm seeing some people down there in raincoats just checking out that field, checking out a couple spots here that look a little iffy. We've had a lot of rain recently. There's a lot of saturation already, and so that water is just standing right now. Of course, this is an artificial grass field, but, their water needs to go somewhere. And right now it's just pulled up on the sideline.
And I did see a few flashes out there, so there could be some lightning out there that may be a little too close for us to continue the game, but we will see after these 15 minutes. Again, just like you said, there's water all along the sides. Fans are still sticking it out, though. They're here, still supporting the team. They will continue to wait through this rain delay.
Well, we'll be taking just a short break right now. We will come back when the players come back onto the field. Sit tight to this broadcast here, and as soon as we have the game up and running again, we will be back. Aaron Science here with John and Medina, KGN crew, valleycentral.com. Stay tuned as we await hopefully short rain delay.